On the road, in the air, on the water. Buckle up. Always wear a life jacket.
Hi, I'm Rick Burnley, editor of Kayak Angler Magazine, and I'm here with Amy from Benchmade, and she's here to show us their new water collection. Amy, this is one of the most exciting things I wanted to see at the show this year because I clean a lot of fish and I spend a lot of time on the water, and I'm constantly going through knives and sharpening knives. When I saw these things come up on the radar, I was like, wow, I got to check that out. Tell me a little bit about what makes these unique, the Benchmade water collection.
Yeah, this is really exciting to be here at ICAST 2024 and introduce the Benchmade water collection. This is a 6-piece collection that covers the activities around the water, from the time that you start putting on your gear in the morning and you pick up your pocket knife to when you're doing your specific casts on or around the water. So the whole intention of the water line is to address our customer who, we have the hunt customer, we are addressing them, giving them what they need and the tools in those hunt months. But we were missing them when they were in the off season wanting to fish.
In the fishing season, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So this was a great way of introducing Benchmade in that space. So just to start off, we have our folding knife. So this is the Mini Adira. It is an axis lock mechanism. It has CPM MagnaCut blade steel. And so we use MagnaCut throughout the whole collection. And the reason we did that was MagnaCut is optimized for corrosion resistance and edge retention. That balance
is the actual metal that it's
made
from?
Yep, it's the steel that we use. It is the absolute optimization for all the uses around water. It's extremely tough, corrosion resistant, and has great edge retention. And so we paired that with a Grivery handle, so glass-filled nylon handle with an aggressive texture here. So when you're grabbing that with either a gloved or wet hand, we're going to give you a great grip profile. We also have an anodized backspacer here, so that gives you that additional strength. So if you feel that, it's really lightweight yet very, very durable.
I can't believe how light that is.
Yeah.
It just doesn't even feel like it's in your hand.
So that's the Mini Adira. Another feature here, a deep finger choil, so that when you're doing those push cuts, you're protecting your hand from ever reaching the blade if you have some push cuts. We finish it off with an orange paracord lanyard and a nylon bead. We did that so that when you have it in your pocket, you can draw it out quickly. If you're on the water, you need to react quickly to pull your knife out, you're going to be able to do that. So we also have an orange anodized thumb stud, so it's easy to access and quick to draw. So then if you're looking for something more substantial, maybe you want to use your folding knife for bait cutting, all those harder use tasks around the water, the full-size Adira is a great fit. Just a longer blade, longer handle, very full in hand. It also has a pretty deep belly to the blade, so a lot of cutting surface. And then on top of that, we have some really great jimping on the blade. So if you need to choke up on your cuts, you have the jimping that flows all the way down through the handle. And again, we have a white laser mark. So it's very something unique that Benchmade is doing, where we did a lot of testing on our traditional black laser mark. And we found that this lighter white laser mark was going to corrode a lot less. We saw, and so we took all the necessary extra steps to ensure this was ready for the water, from salt water to fresh water. So that's the full-size Adira. Then you move into the Intersect. So this is our first fixed blade. It's a smaller fixed blade, great for a multitude of tasks, built on the water again with that lanyard for easy draw. It has a lot of jimping on that drop point blade, MagnaCut steel, so that you can really choke up on those cuts. Sanaprene for the handle. So this is a really high grip rubber-like
so that's
thermoplastic.
A different material than what's on the other ones.
It is, yeah. So
you can feel it's softer, yeah.
Yep. So when you have a gloved or wet hand, it's going to give you great grip profile.
This seems like it would be a great safety knife for kayak anglers. You can keep it on your PFD and have it ready to cut any lines you get tangled in or what have you.
Yeah, and so to go off of that, this is the sheath that we designed for the Intersect, and it has a lot of versatility. So it has an extra snap Hypalon sheath retention. You have lash points here. So if you want to loop a strap through that, mount it to your PFD, or to your, so if you have waders, you can mount it to that. We've included a pocket clip. It's a high retention pocket clip. It mounts to the front, so you can carry in pocket. If you have a chest pocket in your waders, you can drop it in there, or even your PFD. And if you want to mount it in a different way, you can take that off and put it on the back side, so that you can clip that onto a pack strap or something like that. So a lot of versatility if you want to wear that inside of a pocket or on the outside. Again, you see why we have that lanyard, so you can draw it out quickly and have an easy access, especially if you're on a kayak.
Yeah, but it doesn't get in the way.
Exactly. So that is the intersect. Then we move into a larger fixed blade. This is called the undercurrent. You'll see that it has partial serrations. It's a modified sheep's foot blade. We did that so that it's a substantial knife, great for hard use if you're cutting frozen bait, things like that, or if you need it for emergency use for cutting line. If you get tangled up in something, you need to quickly get out of it. Those partial serrations are great for that. The modified sheep's foot was for accidental dropping. It's just a little less pokey versus some of our other flow frogs. Yeah, so it's sheep's foot. It's rounded off at the tip, so it's not as upswept as some of our others. So that for accidental dropping, it's
protects
a little
the tip
bit.
Of it.
Yep, protects the tip. So again, that jimping like you saw in the mini Adira, and the grip profile on this handle is really great. It really helps you wrap your fingers around that and get a good grip of the handle. So, and the added bonus to this is the sheath. It's got a high retention sheath. You hear that click, very strong grip and a button release. So if you do have this mounted somewhere, it's really fast and easy to draw from. So that's the undercurrent. Then once you have your catch,
this is what caught my eye.
Yes, this is it.
I go through a dozen fillet knives a year. I'm constantly sharpening them, and I never seem to. Once they're out of the box, it seems like I can never get them quite as sharp as they were when they came out of the box. And yeah, it slows down my fish cleaning time. It makes a mess, and so that's why I was excited to see these knives. Tell me a little bit about these fillet knives.
Absolutely, that is exactly what we're going for. There's a lot of other knives on the market. They're stainless, but they don't have the edge retention that CPM MagnaCut has. And so we strategically chose to launch with this because of, corrosion resistance and edge retention. You're going to fillet a lot more fish and not have to touch up your blade as often as you would. So this is the 7-inch fillet, Santoprene handle, MagnaCut steel, white laser mark like I showed you. It does have a custom molded sheath. So that clicks right in. You have your lash points here in case you want to attach it to something. But the 7-inch fillet has a really nice flex profile and a great fit for your hand.
And this is the same handle that was on this one here, the softer.
Yep.
Yeah, you can feel that grip is really nice.
So a lot of,
light.
jimping at the fingers for pinch grips. So you have a really great, finger grip at the base.
Skinning the fish as well because of this flexible blade. It's nice.
Yeah, great for those small to medium sized fish when you really need that flex to curve around the fillet. If you have a bigger species, we have the 9-inch. Yeah. So this is the 9-inch fillet, trailing point blade profile. It still has a little bit of flex, not as much as the 7, but deeper belly so that you have more surface area to cut from head to tail with a really clean fillet.
Nice.
We did a lot of testing with these knives, and the field testers, the guides that were using this were just filleting hundreds of fish without having to touch up their blades. So it's been a really great professional knife.
It's still got a good bit of flex though, which is I find the most important thing when I'm cleaning fish is being able to, maneuver that blade over bones and around the rib bones and stuff like that. So yeah, I like it.
And
nice.
In addition to all that, the 2 fillet knives utilize our Select Edge technology. So it's a very clean grind, very clean, and a very precise finish to the blade. So just those enhancements that really provide the user that better experience, more filleting, less time honing your blade.
Excellent, Amy. This is a great story and some great knives here. I really appreciate you taking some time with us. When will these be available?
So these are available now. We launched in May. So they've been out in the market for, just about over 2 months now.
Nice.
You can go to benchmade.com, find your local dealer, go in, ask questions, and see them, get your hands on them. And yeah, they're out there and we're happy to have it. And we won this award yesterday for Best in Show for Cutlery. Yep, so we're very pleased.
Well, great. Where can people find out more information about these Benchmade knives?
Yeah, benchmade.com. Go to our Instagram. You can see all the footage, the great, beautiful footage that we've had in creating this collection.
Excellent. Well, thank you for your time and the information.
Thank you.